The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120Hz displays. 120Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60Hz screen, while the 120Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB virtual RAM on Realme 8i. The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120Hz displays. 120Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60Hz screen, while the 120Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB virtual RAM on Realme 8i.
Good evening, squad. My name is Dom, and welcome to tonight's launch event. This is gonna be an exciting launch as realme unveils its newest innovation designed to deliver infinitely smooth capabilities, the Realme 8i. But before anything else, to spice things up even further in true realme fashion, we will be having a giveaway for the realme smartphone product we will be launching tonight. Now, if you've been following us on our social, we posted a giveaway just this afternoon, and part of the mechanics is for you to watch this launch, share it publicly, comment what makes you want to own the Realme 8i, along with the hashtags #InfinitelySmooth and #CaptureInfinity with Realme. But make sure to stick around until the end of the show, because whoever the Realme team will choose as the winner, we will require him or her to comment on this live stream within the next minute. If he or she fails to do so, then we will have to choose a different winner. So be sure to stay on till the end. Now, I'm sure you guys are really excited to know more about the Realme 8i, but before anything else, we would like to take this opportunity as Realme Philippines is once again hailed the #1 smartphone brand for Q3 2021 according to Canalys and IBC, a position Realme now holds for 3 consecutive quarters for 2021, and we could not have done it without your love and support. Now, aside from this, I know we all did a lot of shopping during the 11/11 mega sale, and we are proud to share that we have achieved top 2 in the overall smartphone rankings during the 11/11 mega campaign sale on both Lazada and Shopee. Aside from that, we were also one of the most sought after brands in the true wireless stereo, watch, laptop, TV, and tablet categories. Now, on top of these, we recently launched the Narzo 50A, our entry-level gaming champion, and this was received very warmly by the squad with its successful performance during its first selling. Thank you, squad, for helping us achieve all these milestones. Now, all these achievements continue to inspire and motivate us to work harder in becoming your best tech and lifestyle companion. Now, our goal is to continue providing tech gadgets that will enable you in your daily lives. This is also the reason why we have expanded our smartphone lineup to cater to your needs, be it photography, gaming, content creation, and of course, 5G. But tonight marks a special night for us as we introduce the final member of our Infinity lineup with the Realme 8i. So sit back, enjoy the show as we will not only be unveiling the Realme 8i, we will also be announcing big things that you surely do not want to miss. But at this point, time to take a quick trip down memory lane where it all began, the Realme 8 series launch. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
So squad, what you just saw was a quick glimpse of what went down during Realme's biggest launch of the year. And to help me talk more about the Realme 8 series, some fun facts, behind the scenes happenings, and the overall success of the Realme 8 series, I am joined by my colleagues Anthony and Jem. Hi everyone!
Hi,
Hi, Dom. Good evening, squad.
Thank you so much for joining me for this evening. Alright, so guys,
Pleasure is ours.
guys, as mentioned, let's first talk about the success of the Realme 8 series. No? So Jem, can you tell us more about this?
Of course. So as we all remember, the Realme 8 series launched back in May of 2021, and we launched the Realme 8 Pro and the Realme 8, and it was very successful. As of course, we've exceeded the number of pre-orders for the Realme 8 back then, and of course, right now with the 8i. We will be traversing through infinity more. And also, just a recall as well, back in June for the Realme 8 5G, we achieved and were able to deliver a 5G smartphone for the first time in the Realme 8 series, which was actually sold out in 6 hours after the first launch.
6 hours. It's undeniably one of the most successful lineups that Realme was able to offer this year. Now, of course, all those accomplishments would not have been possible if not for our Realme squad. Now, I'd like to ask Anthony naman. If I recall correctly, Realme 8 series is also the first number series where Realme teamed up with none other than Catherine Bernardo. So of course, this should be fun. Can you please tell us more about it?
Yeah, it was, well, since you mentioned fun facts and behind the scenes, obviously working with us or partnering or slash teaming up with someone as big as Catherine, obviously a lot of preparation went into it. I remember getting the memo and the news na parang, I think February na parang, February. We're locking in Catherine, parang nice, very nice.
I was ecstatic back then.
Yeah. And then, as what, quote unquote, in the words of Dom, in true Realme fashion, whenever we work kasi with influencers, KOLs, or big names on social media, even on TV, syempre si Kath.
Yeah.
It's really not just about parang, hey, we want to work with you, just post a selfie using our phone and then that's it. We really want to take it to greater heights when we work with someone, regardless if it's a brand, if it's a personality.
It's really collaborative.
Yes. And it's just talagang it's no better time than working with Kat kasi during that time then when we got to personally talk to her and during her interviews then she mentioned that she was at this part of her career na parang she wants to do more.
Try something new.
Yeah, try something new.
Things,
and syempre, alam niyo naman yung Realme mantra of dare to leap. Yeah. So talagang it's just perfect timing for the collab. And yeah, we're really not to spoil anyone, but just please expect
more to come.
More things from Realme and Kat.
Yeah. So squad, stay tuned for that. Really exciting. A lot of firsts for Realme. So first celebrity ambassador, the biggest launch ever for 2021. But I believe aside from all these firsts, no, we still have a lot of important firsts to cover with the Realme 8 series. So Jim?
Of course, with the first of the Realme 8 series is the Infinite Bold design, which of course we do recall had the Dare to Leap branding at the back. Very, very bold in terms of design. And of course, the 108 megapixel camera on the Realme 8 Pro, which is usually found on flagships from other brands. But
Yes.
we were able to launch this on a mid-range price segment, which is something that is really very, very good for us.
Yeah, who would have thought, na, di ba? Parang, obviously, we had the X50 Pro.
Yes.
So, obviously, parang ang mindset talaga is, if Realme were to debut technology, something as great as this, parang syempre, ang expectations, malamang first smartphone with that sensor would be a flagship phone din.
Yes.
Pero we really took everyone by surprise when we launched it within the number series.
And not only that, of course, the Realme 8 series has another first, actually, which is the first 5G smartphone from the number series, which is the Realme 8 5G.
Right.
And it was very well received, actually, by our squad.
Alright, so now the Realme number series comprises 4 smartphones, so just a quick refresher. The Realme 8, the Realme 8 Pro, the Realme 8 5G, and of course the phone we are unveiling tonight, the Realme 8i. So Anthony, as a quick refresher to our squad, who wants to get a number series smartphone for the holiday season, can you please detail siguro can we identify the right number series for them?
Yan. Okay. So, before I start, Dom, I think it's one of the good problems when we come across a situation wherein we have to choose from
A good selection.
Yeah, good selection of kahit damit or
Yeah.
shoes. Parang, I need to choose one lang. Parang ang daming choices. So,
True.
the same can be applied actually with the number series. As you've mentioned, we have the 8, the 8 Pro, and the 8 5G. So, starting off with the Realme 8, I have to say it's a smartphone fit for people who are into mobile gaming. For the number series naman, every phone is capable. Pero for the Realme 8,
In particular,
so powered by the Helio G95 processor, and as well as for the first time ever din sa number series, both the non-Pro and the Pro variant get AMOLED displays.
Super AMOLED.
Super AMOLED,
Super
yes. So it's just really more immersive when you game.
Exactly.
Next is naman for the 8 Pro. This is for the ones na who want to practice or train themselves into mobile photography.
Yeah, I agree.
So, but it's for me, it's divided into two things. Parang the first one is if you just really want to parang hone your skills in mobile photography. The second one naman is I have personally I have friends na ang profession nila and passion nila is photography.
Yeah.
So obviously photographers, and they're also curious as to yung advancements in terms of tech pagdating sa mobile photography, and parang they're looking for a smartphone that they can use to start naman getting used then to mobile photography. So that's for the 8 Pro. I think the 108 megapixel in itself can I don't need to expound on
Yes,
that.
definitely.
And then next naman is for the Realme 8 5G.
Yeah.
As what Jim mentioned, it's our first 5G smartphone in the number series. It's just a complete all-rounder.
Yeah.
From work to play. Obviously 5G is the future.
The future.
Yeah. So again, it's an all-rounder. It can game, and you can really rely on it during, lalo na work from home or even on the road. Diba? If you need to send big files or download big files, for that matter, if you are or if you're on 5G on a 5G network, then it's a no-brainer talaga to go with the Realme 8 5G.
Okay, so far we have the 8 Pro, which is perfect for content creation, obviously.
Yes.
The 8, which is perfect for gaming, no, and 8 5G, perfect for productivity. Now I know we will be launching the last of the Infinity lineup, as we call it, the Realme 8i. So to give you or to further excite you, let's all watch this video.
Realme 8i, 120 Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
Introducing the smartphone that'll complete our Infinity lineup, the Realme 8i. And to make this launch even special, we are joined by Joey Maceda, resident reviewer and video production manager of one of the top tech authorities in the Philippines, Yugatech. Good evening, Joey. How are you?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Joey of Yugatech. So, of course, the Realme 8i is officially launched right now, and I actually have it here in my hand. So, why don't we just go ahead and let me unbox this thing for you guys right now, right here live. You don't have to wait for any videos yet. Let's go. Let me switch to my top camera. So, there's the box of the Realme 8i. We have this familiar Realme box design, of course, all yellow, and we have the 8i right there. So let's get this lid right off. Ayan. And as usual with the smartphone boxes, we have this smaller box first that will contain your quick start guide, warranty. Set that aside, and of course, there's always a free case right here. This one is tinted gray. Set that aside for now. And we have here the Realme 8i itself. So let me just remove this plastic, and you can see this one I have here comes in this really gorgeous space purple color. It's also available in space black if you're into that. There we go. That's the Realme 8i. So before we get into this, let's check out what else is in the box. We have the 18-watt fast charger right here. And of course, the Realme 8i has a USB Type-C port. So syempre, we have our USB Type-C to Type-A cable for charging and for data transfer. Okay, so let me get all of this stuff out of the way, and guys, we will start checking out the Realme 8i. So there we go. So here's the Realme 8i. Let me just demo real quick. This one has a side fingerprint scanner. There we go. So starting with just the general overview of the phone, starting with the sides. Here we have on the left side, that's the volume buttons. We have the card tray over here. On the right side, again, there's the power button with the doubles as a fingerprint scanner. At the bottom, we have the loudspeaker, USB Type-C port, microphone, and guys, actually, Realme is one of the few brands that actually retains the headphone jack. So for all you wired audio users out there, that's a big plus. Moving to the back, again, this is the space purple color. We have that Realme branding right there, and the triple rear camera modules. Now this one contains the 50 megapixel AI main camera, 2 megapixel macro, and 2 megapixel depth sensor. Moving up front, up here, we have the 16 megapixel front camera and that little punch hole camera, and the display. So we have a 6.6-inch full HD plus IPS display right here. But what's special about this display, of course, is it runs at 120 hertz, which means when you're playing games, when you're just like scrolling through social media, scrolling through your home screen, napaka-smooth niyan. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I like the 120 hertz refresh rate or any high refresh rate display on a smartphone. It doesn't even have to be gaming. Even if you're just scrolling through, it's very, very smooth. So it'll actually make the phone feel faster than it already is. But what makes the phone fast, of course, is the processor. Now, the Realme 8i has a MediaTek Helio G96 processor with a Mali G57 MC2 GPU, and this has variants of 4 gigabytes of RAM and 6 gigabytes of RAM. Now I'll demo for you guys real quick some gameplay. If I can get this running, this will be quite a smooth experience. I'm just gonna open up Genshin Impact real quick. Let me just get this loaded up. But in the meantime, how are you guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Everyone watching, our hosts, of course. There we go. Oh, and by the way, this Realme 8i has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So that this will last you quite a long time of gaming or taking photos or whatever you might need. And that 18-watt fast charging, couple of hours, it'll be back up and running, no problem. And for the software, it's running Android 11 skinned with Realme's Realme UI 2.0. Ayan, so Genshin Impact is almost finished loading. There we go. So some quick gameplay of Genshin Impact. You guys can see. I hope you guys can see how smooth it is. There we go. Even the town in the distance is rendered really fast. See some water effects. Yes. Okay, so now moving on. Let's check out the cameras. Again, that's a triple rear camera setup at the back, a 50 megapixel main, 2 megapixel macro, 2 megapixel depth, and in front that's a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So before this live stream started, I was able to take some pictures for our full review. So starting with some rear camera shots, there we have it. That's the box of the Realme 8i, and as you can see, I'm zooming in all the way. This is how big the shot is. I zoom in all the way and it's still very crisp and clear, very saturated, nice colors on that yellow box. Let's move on to a different picture. There you can see the colors again. Look at that green on those plants. And even the small little fibers and stuff on the plants, very detailed. In the sky, very nice. And checking out some more photos right here. Really good quality coming out of the Realme 8i. And for some selfies, here of course is my teammate Justine. You guys might know her if you watch Yuga Tech videos. Very nice skin tones. And here is me. Yeah, and I'm slightly against the light, but even then, the selfie camera is able to capture that. It also has a nice portrait mode, so I have pretty long hair right now, but look at that cutout, the subject background separation. Very good. So yeah, overall, very good impressions on the Realme 8i's performance and cameras and that infinite design. Very gorgeous. That pretty much wraps it up for this quick unboxing of the Realme 8i. I want to congratulate Realme again for being #1 brand in Q3 of 2021, and congratulations on the launch of the Realme 8i.
All right, thanks so much, Joey. Thank you for doing the honors of unboxing the Realme 8i live on camera.
That's live.
Props to Joey and Yuga Tech. But before we let you go, now, Joey, do you have anything to promote?
Guys, subscribe to Yuga Tech. Follow us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/YugaTech, youtube.com/YugaTech, Instagram, we have TikTok, and of course, visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews.
All right. Thanks so much, Joey. Thank you. All right, now that we've unboxed the Realme 8i, I know Joey mentioned na some specs here and there, no? But I believe we now should take a deep dive about what's under the hood, right? So first, let's talk about the processor. So Anthony, can you please tell us more about that?
Okay, so again, thank you, Sir Joey, for doing that exclusive unboxing. So for the Realme 8i, it is equipped with the Helio G96 processor, which, by the way, was first launched. Actually, the Helio G96 is a result of a collaboration between MediaTek, of course, and Realme. And this processor actually debuted during the Realme 8i launch in India. So shout out to our squad, Realme India squad. So it's actually the first smartphone that is housed by the Helio G96 processor. Globally there, and then it's clocked in at up to 2.05 gigahertz. So for all those techie fans out there, which makes sure everything goes very smooth on the Realme 8i, of course, during day-to-day tasks. So grabe, sobrang.
Totally agree.
Yeah, we were actually talking together before the live stream started, and sabi ko nga kay Dom, I think I fall under the light user type. Light, yes. Kasi parang, I think in general, I just use 4 to 5 apps every day or most of the time.
This includes work or?
Yes, so we do have our own respective app that we use to communicate internally here at Realme. And then second is obviously the socials, which is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then YouTube.
Yeah.
Siyempre ba mapagalitan ako kung hindi ko chinecheck yan.
Of course.
Yes.
As content man.
And then obviously pag may time, Mobile Legends on the side. Obviously to get our minds off of things.
Yes.
Diba? And switching between the apps, just transitioning, and then yung mga little things na just closing the app, opening another, and then switching back to the recent app, all just work very, very seamless.
Light ka lang ba talaga?
Yeah, 5 apps lang eh. Kung pwede ko nga lang, burahin lahat yun. 5 apps lang.
Now, ikaw naman, Jim, I know you are more of a heavy user, would
Yeah,
you say?
I'm more of a heavy user because I cycle through 5 games each day. Pero of course,
5 games?
Yeah,
Kung
each day.
Kung akin 5 apps, kung akin 5 apps, sa'yo 5
5
games.
games each day.
Oh, yeah.
Plus yung 5 apps niya rin kasi syempre.
Where do you find the time? Okay, I'm
I clock
impressed.
out on time.
Yan.
But of course, as a heavy user myself, I play FPS shooters like Call of Duty Mobile. I also play MOBAs like Pokemon Unite, Wild Rift, even Mobile Legends, and I play something for the K-pop fandom. So yeah, I cycle through those at least 20 minutes a day, and of course that includes yung mga social media apps ko and yung work apps ko. But I've never experienced any lags,
Any hiccups,
no
yeah.
hiccups, no problems in terms of connectivity then for the Realme 8i.
Alright, so I heard the Realme 8i delivers infinitely smooth performance
Yes.
in all aspects.
Right.
We've talked about the processor. Now let's move on to the display.
Okay.
Right, so Jim, what can you tell us?
Smooth. Smooth Dom is an understatement because I'd like to call the display of the Realme 8i the ultra smooth display. Because right now, given that it has the G96 processor, it can also dish out 120 Hz of refresh rate.
Yes.
And not only that, it also has something called FHD plus resolution. So very, very good colors and very, very good detail as well. And not only that, with battery optimization as well included in the display. This is something actually which is a first for
Right.
Realme, as it supports up to 6 refresh rates on the go if you set it to auto.
6 refresh
6
rates.
Yes.
different refresh
6 different
rates.
refresh
Up
rates.
to
Okay.
120 Hz.
Up to 120
They
hertz.
can choose which refresh
Yeah,
rate
so
works
it
for them.
basically adapts to what exactly you'll be doing.
Yeah.
So if you're just reading on your Google search browser, it'll stay at 30. And then when you're streaming some music, some films or like Netflix, it will shift to 48 and then 50 and then so on and so forth. Even for high FPS gaming, 120 Hz is also there. So
Yeah,
All
for
that
our
to prolong the battery life.
Yes.
per se.
exactly, and for our non-techie fans out there, that that basically means.
yes,
let me check what that means. Well, that means the Realme 8i is smart enough to detect which frame rate you need depending on which app you're on.
Yes.
So parang syempre, obviously you don't need 120 Hz if you're just
All
looking
the
at your
time.
photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diba? Wala static naman yung photo, so you don't
Hindi naman
need.
gumagalaw.
Yes, so it's smart enough so you can preserve battery, as what Jim mentioned.
Very, very smart feature. Now, before we continue with the rest of what the Realme 8i has to offer, I would just like to remind our squad about the ongoing giveaway we're having during this live stream launch.
Giveaway.
So make sure you get that sharer badge by, of course, sharing this live stream publicly and commenting on the live stream comment box what feature the Realme 8i you're looking forward to the most. Along with the hashtags, we have two, hashtag infinitely smooth and hashtag capture infinity with Realme. And of
Yes.
course, once we choose the winner, you have to comment the next minute, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So be sure to stick around until the end of the show. So now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about what the feature that most of the people here on this
Ayan.
live stream
Yes.
want us to talk about. Of course, including myself. No, it's cameras.
Kala ko iiwas ka eh. Buti sinabi mong myself.
I'd like to nominate Anthony to do it.
Yeah, well, napaka-ironic lang na ako yung inuna mo, tapos hindi pa ako yung nagsiselfie too much and nag-picture. But for all our squads out there, so the Realme 8i has a triple camera setup,
Yeah.
and that's led by a 50 megapixel sensor.
50.
And followed by two other 2 megapixel sensors, basically,
Oh.
for obviously to help you with depth pag nagpo-portrait shots ka,
Yeah.
and other features and other things that you can access for the Realme 8i cameras. And yeah, here it is. Kanina ko pa siya hawak tapos hindi ko siya pinapakita.
It's
Yeah.
the second 50MP
Yes.
camera we have, no?
So we launched the Narzo 50A, as what John mentioned, which again we would like to thank everyone for receiving it
Incredible
very
support,
warmly.
yeah.
Yes.
And it's actually the first Realme smartphone, even though it's called Narzo 50A, it's the first Realme smartphone that houses a 50 megapixel main camera. So second one na to,
Second.
si 8i. Well, what a way to end the year with a phone that is equipped with a 50 megapixel camera. So yeah, it's I think it's from 108 to 64 to 50 MP. Parang all those actually kahit ngayong other phones natin
Yes.
Yeah.
na 12, 13 and stuff and such. Sobrang there's no compromise when it comes to cameras.
Yes.
Very exciting for a content enthusiast such as myself. Now, of course, we talked about the primary camera. I heard the front camera is no slouch either.
Yes, Dom.
Is
it's-
that right?
Yes. It's no slouch as well because the main or the front shooter rather on the display of the Realme 8i is a 16 megapixel shooter, and it can shoot even HDR photos. It has a portrait mode, and it can absolutely also give pop in terms of your selfies.
Yes.
Because there's a beautification feature as well, and there's a lot of tools that you can actually select from before you actually put that out there in social media.
Nakita ko yung enthusiasm ni Dom nung sa cameras na like nung
Nabuhay siya
processor
bigla.
and then smooth parang Pero nung camera
Yun yung
sabi niya
seal ng deal
nung
for
sabi
him.
ka selfie, okay,
To be
continue.
ready for
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, and I for the cameras of the Realme 8i we actually brought them on a trip over the weekend, and
Yeah.
some photos score actually very clear, no noise. I even
Especially at night.
Yes, I took advantage of the nightscape photos, the nightscape mode, and the nightscape filters that is embedded into the Realme 8i.
Yeah, we went camping. It's not your traditional out of town like swimming or something. It was parang being one with nature. Nasa
Yes.
farm kami, we goats.
There
Wow.
are sheep and goats and turkeys running around. So
Yes. Yeah.
Very impressive camera features. Thanks for that. Now, all these features, smoothness, processor, battery, it's nothing, without, of course, the battery that can keep up.
Right.
So, Anthony, ito yung question ko for you. Can it actually keep up?
I can't, but it can. Diba? Hindi kasi, to explain further, obviously, I think mas mabilis ako mapagod compared sa 8i. Like, talking about the trip that Jim mentioned earlier, as mentioned, every time we launch products, parang one of the perks, obviously, of being or working with Realme is we get to try out the devices before it even launches. Now we spent an entire day using the Realme 8i during the boys' night out camping in the farm. And we started the trip right around 6-7 a.m.
yes,
And it was just non-stop taking photos along the way. Syempre may mga pit stops din naman kami. We ate.
Mga emails then along the way.
Yes, actually.
yes.
The reception was really good. Actually, nagulat kami na parang out of town tayo, baka yung signal is not that
Yes.
good. Not to mention the provider na, but for the phone itself, parang it really didn't hinder us from since we started on a weekday, so we were still basically working on the way.
Yes.
So it lasted the whole trip, and that's what Jim was sharing earlier. Kahit nung gabi when we were cooking
At the
s'mores
bonfire, yeah.
by the bonfire.
Ang sarap ng
Yes, s'mores, that's my Hershey's.
Under
Yeah.
the stars.
Yes, actually, literally under the stars.
We were. Ginuguto mo naman yung mga squad natin.
Yes, punta kayo doon. Alam mo, the farm prime.
With the
there.
God's milk. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
Ayun, so we used the phone the entire day.
Yeah.
And by the way, this also has quick charge
Yes.
over Type-C. So again, it just really throws out the frustration out the window rather.
Yeah.
So you can be confident of bringing the 8i along a long busy day or a barkada trip.
Yeah, nothing more nerve-wracking than having no battery on a
Yeah.
long-haul road trip.
Yung notification na low battery.
Nakaka-anxious na, okay,
No.
wala na.
Pero for reference, I ended that day before we went to bed at mga 1 a.m. I think. Nasa 40 pa siya. From
Very
100,
impressive.
starting
Yeah.
at 7. Yeah.
From 100.
Incredible. Now, the list of infinitely awesome things about the Realme 8i seems to just go on and on and on. But Jim, I think aside from what we already mentioned, anything else our squad can look forward to?
Of course, syempre, aside from the main specifications that the Realme 8i has, not like the camera and the processor, may mga little things that can be a source of frustration pag wala siya dun sa phone mo. So, of course, the Realme 8i still has the 3.5mm headphone jack for all of those audio files
Yeah,
out
as
there.
mentioned by Sir Joey earlier.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the software, there is something called dynamic RAM expansion, which has been present since the Realme 8 5G. And basically, dynamic RAM expansion just means that your phone will take into account storage from your ROM and then convert that into virtual RAM so that it can help your phone perform faster and much smoother pa rin. Para even if you multitask, wala kang problem.
Technology, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and not only that, go.
Yes.
May sasabihin
I'll
ka.
circle back on that, no? So,
Yes.
it takes a portion of
Yes.
your ROM
Yes.
and converts it into RAM
Yes.
Yeah.
for a more parang smooth or seamless
Yeah.
Yes.
experience. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So for our non-techie squad out there, thank you
Go.
for saying it in a scientific
Laymanise it this time.
Yeah, well, basically, obviously, when you buy a phone, a Realme smartphone, syempre,
course.
there are certain variants, especially when it comes to storage.
Yeah.
So my 464, 4128, 6128, 8256.
Yeah.
So yung storage, you get more options or flexibility. Kasi if you want, if you think that you're a heavy user and you need more storage, at least you can opt to choose a variant na has more storage.
Yes.
But the same cannot be said when it comes to
RAM.
RAM. So obviously, kung ang phone is, for example, for the 8i, 4 gig RAM or 6 gig RAM, that's it. So with DRE or this tech, parang it converts some, as you mentioned, it converts some of your internal storage. So just in case, parang dumating sa point na yung RAM, current existing RAM mo is not enough na. Parang backup siya.
Backup siya.
Oh,
Yeah.
backup. Parang,
Emergency.
Yes. Yun lang naman, yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
And of course, like you mentioned, there are storage options, syempre. Pero the Realme 8i also has something we call a dedicated micro SD card slot.
Sana all dedicated.
Sana
Yun
nga all
lang.
dedicated. But anyway, that just means that basically, even in general, most of our Realme smartphones have triple card slots. So that means you can house 2 dual nano SIMs
Yes.
and still be able to use a micro SD card until 256 gigabytes of storage. So if you
Yeah.
get a 64 or 128, you get additional up to 256.
And you don't have to sacrifice using either a SIM
Yes,
card,
it's not
micro SD.
parang you don't have to compromise na
Oo.
parang it's either I just use one SIM card and then have
Hindi siya
an
either
SD
or.
card.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can use both 2 SIM cards and obviously a dedicated SD card. There.
And of course, I think meron ka pang feature na side fingerprint sensor. I think Joe
Yes,
mentioned
meron
that
tayong
one.
side fingerprint sensor, which is ergonomically and really very, very easy to access, which is right here.
Where?
Right
Ayan,
here.
okay.
Hindi lang siya kita because it's right here.
Ayan. Of course, those are very, very practical features of
Of
the
course.
phone, which we really appreciate. But before we get to the price of the Realme 8i, let's just do a quick rundown for our squad of Realme's infinitely smooth smartphone, the Realme 8i.
Realme 8i, 120 Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
And there you have it, the Realme 8i. I'm sure you guys are dying to know how much is it and what variants are there.
Syempre.
So,
It's all about the price.
it's all about the price. So just for starters, the Realme 8i will be available in 2 colors.
Yes.
Pakita nyo naman ang inyong mga smartphones.
Meron tayong, wait,
Ikaw na magsabi ng mga colors.
meron
Yes.
tayong
Oh.
space black and stellar purple right here.
Ayan, very gorgeous. Alright. And of course, aside from those 2 colors, it'll come in 2 variants. The 4 plus 64 gigabyte variant and the 6 plus 128 gigabyte variants.
Nice.
Now on to the exciting part for our
Okay.
prices and promos.
Okay.
Jim?
The Realme 8i's price for the 4 plus 64 gigabyte variant is
Oh, wait lang. Gusto ko may pa-suspense. Okay.
Go.
Ano?
Wait, hindi, wala lang. Wait lang. Huwag mo sabihin agad. Suspense ka muna.
Mga ilang seconds.
Sige na, sabihin mo. Sige, sabihin mo. Go na.
The Realme 8i for the 4 plus 64GB variant will retail for only 9,990 pesos. And the 6GB plus 128GB will retail for 11,990 pesos. But,
May but?
But, of course, hindi natin pwede pabayaan yung squad natin.
Okay.
There's more.
Oh, wait. There's more.
There's always more.
There will always be more with Realme. Now, we will have a early bird discounted price of 1,000 pesos off for both variants. Meaning the 4 plus 64GB variant will only be at 8,990 and the 6 plus 128GB variant will be available for 10,990. And they will both be exclusive on Lazada. And that's later already, this midnight, November 17.
Grabe.
Yan, guys.
It can't get any better than that. Grabe yung prices. Actually,
120 hertz.
honest reaction yun kasi I knew about the SRPs, but ngayon ko lang nalaman yung
Yung flash rate.
1,000 pesos off. Grabe.
And like 120 hertz below 10,000 pesos.
Actually, below 9,000 din technically.
And then even more.
Yeah, 8,990.
Ayan, so just to recap, no, 1,000 pesos off for both variants starting midnight tonight, okay? Let's
Timpuyat.
count down the hours.
Yes.
Exclusively on Lazada. Now, before we end today's live stream, we want to cap it off with an announcement. Actually, some or several announcements for our Realme With You Christmas campaign. So, of course, we want to be one with you this holiday season by providing exciting offers and activities for our squad to enjoy. So, for the first announcement, Jim.
Okay, so for the Realme With You Grand Raffle promo, it is now live and it started this Monday. So now we are giving away more than 16,000, again,
Wow.
16,000 Realme Tech Life products when you purchase Realme products in our stores nationwide from today up until January 2nd, 2022. And on top of all that, all your purchases even on Lazada and Shopee will be counted.
Counted siya.
Yes, as a raffle promo when you order anything that amounts to at least 5,000 pesos and above.
So, pasok na si 8i.
Pasok na si 8i. And of course, syempre, you just have to go to our Realme stores to check out this and all of the other details. But for the prizes, we will be giving away Realme Smart TVs, Realme 8 5G smartphones, and of course, Realme Tech Life air purifiers. But, there is a grand raffle prize which is a brand new Mitsubishi Mirage G4.
Yung latest.
The latest.
The latest Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Grabe.
Yes, so check out all of these details on our raffle promo on all of our social media pages and head over again to the nearest Realme store near you to inquire about this raffle promo.
Ayan. So speaking of Mitsubishi, we have another huge announcement. Realme has teamed up with one of the country's most trusted and well-loved car makers. And to give us a few words, here's Sir Mark Parulan, AVP for Sales Marketing Division of Mitsubishi Philippines.
Hi everyone, on behalf of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, I'd like to congratulate Realme Philippines for the Realme 8i launch, which will complete their Infinity lineup. We at MMDC are very proud to announce our partnership as we share the same vision of providing today's youth with the best and most fun experiences through cutting-edge, reliable, and affordable innovations. We're also extremely excited in executing our plans and activities this Christmas season, which will surely keep everyone at the edge of their seats. Once again, thank you Realme, and we look forward to this fruitful partnership.
From one major announcement to another, this time for our Mobile Legends squad. So Anthony, please do the honors.
We're on a roll sa mga announcements tonight.
Nating announcements.
Okay, so we also recently launched Realme's first off-season campaign for RMC Streamers Royale.
Streamers this time.
Yes, streamers this time. So it's a first of its kind for RMC. I know we've gotten used to titles like Mobile Legends All-Stars Tournament and stuff. But we're changing it up a notch in true Realme fashion. So that's why we're calling it Streamers Royale. And obviously, as you mentioned, involved in this tournament are streamers this time. So big names in the Mobile Legends gaming industry like ako si Doggy and Ghost Wrecker, to name a few. I don't want to spoil all the streamers that will be part of RMC Streamers Royale, but essentially all of them can go ahead and create their own teams, teams of 5, and then just battle it out for a cause.
Okay,
For a cause.
so this time they won't be playing for themselves.
Yes.
They'll be playing for a charity, their choice. Right?
Yes, right. So the winning team will donate their winnings to their chosen charity, as you mentioned. So it's fun Mobile Legends action, but at the same time, we get to help, or the streamers get to help in partnership.
Very
with
sakto
Realme.
sa holidays
In
na.
the spirit of giving.
Yeah, so these are just some of the activities that you can look forward to, but you can bet that Realme is definitely cooking up more exciting plans to celebrate the coming holidays
With you.
with you.
Yeah,
of
so
course.
far we have covered the Realme With You Christmas raffle promo, the RMC Streamers Royale, and of course, I believe we have another initiative for the holiday season, and it has something to do with music.
Yes, grabe, para siyang checklist.
Oo.
May gaming, may raffle promo, may...
Lahat ng hilig ng mga tao.
Yes, but before I touch on that lang, just a quick reminder to all the streamers watching this live stream, or maybe know someone who streams
Yes.
regularly. Registration for RMC Streamers Royale is extended up until the 19th. So for the mechanics on how you can be part of that tournament, just visit our Facebook page.
Yes.
It's all there. It's all there now.
Until Friday. the
Yes, until Friday. So, dun naman sa next announcement, so we just posted last night.
Last night,
Yeah, parang a teaser to our contest.
my microphone.
Yes, so we're calling out all talented composers. Or actually, if you just want to give it a shot, hindi naman kailangan talagang professional composer ka if you want to join. So all you have to do, we'll basically post the entire mechanics tomorrow, actually. So we'll post a song. Syempre may song na tayo.
Sino nagsulat?
Secret.
Stay tuned pa, bawal
Yes.
pa.
So for the first time ever, Realme will have a dedicated song. It was composed just in time for our Realme With You campaign. Obviously the song is about just being with someone that you love for the holiday season, whether it be your family, loved one that's abroad or something.
Yes.
So we'll post the full mechanics tomorrow on TikTok, and of course maybe on Facebook din, syempre. And then all you have to do is just basically complete the lyrics. So we already have the song, it's already built, it's complete, but it's lacking the chorus, which is the
Important part,
most
actually.
important part pa nung song yung nawawala.
Catchy part dapat.
Yes, so all you have to do, squad, if you're really interested and if you really want to express your talent in writing, all you have to do is once we post that, duet that TikTok video with yung lyrics na gusto mo.
Yes.
And the winner will get 50,000 pesos worth of Realme devices and a chance to sing Realme's official Christmas track. Diba? If you also want to sing together with someone we're working with,
Yes.
who is a very talented singer, obviously just submit your entries. Kahit tatlo, submit mo. By all means, that's okay.
Imagine. So this is for all the aspiring musicians, songwriters. You have the chance to be a part of Realme's holiday campaign.
Can I join?
Yeah.
Give chance to our squad. Give chance.
Ayan, so lots of exciting initiatives for the holiday season. We have the Realme With You Christmas raffle promo, the Realme songwriting contest, RMC Streamers Royale, and of course, please stay tuned for all the other initiatives that we have in the pipeline for you this holiday season. Now, of course, the moment you've all been waiting for, as we announced earlier on the show, we are giving away the latest Realme 8i. Hear this. And now it's time for us to announce our winner. Ayan. So, guys, SFX, sound effects dyan, please. Our winner is... Okay, so before I announce the winner, please stay tuned kasi you have to comment within the next
1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay?
So we'll wait for the thumbs up of our prod team or Realme internal team to make sure na you're still here. You're still with us. You're still... Dapat narinig mo yung mga announcements namin. Things that you do not want to miss.
Kasi if you don't, we will have to choose another winner.
Yes.
So sayang naman, the Realme 8i is right here, ready for taking. All right, so our winner is Joshua Tabernero.
Congratulations!
Ayan, so let's wait for
Tingnan
his
natin.
comment.
We have 1 minute.
Kahit sabihin mo lang, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here and I love the Realme 8i.
Yun.
Come on. Joshua.
Guys.
Joshua. Come
If you
on.
were there, please let us know in the comment section.
Come on, to
Kahit
Joshua.
thumbs up.
Come on, Joshua.
Come on. Ayan.
Let's go. I know you're still
nakabang
there.
din yung iba na sana wag siya mag-comment para makasteal
Yeah.
sila.
I think we already have confirmation. Yeah, we already
Verify.
have.
Yeah, we have it.
Yun. Congratulations.
Joshua Caballero
once
has
again.
claimed his Realme 8i.
Hindi pa
Congratulations.
na-claim.
Hindi. I mean,
Nasa atin
through
pa
the
eh.
comment section.
Okay.
Alright. So of course, Joshua send us a message at the Realme Store Philippines official Facebook page in order to claim your prize real soon. Again, that's the Realme Store Philippines. That's different from the Realme Philippines.
Yes, and while you're at it, like mo na rin yung Facebook,
Oh,
Realme Store Philippines official Facebook page. So again, guys, I'm going to emphasize for the third time, Realme Store Philippines official Facebook page. Okay? Kasi obviously on our main page, we're receiving thousands of messages. Puro sad ako Realme. We receive tons of messages every day, and obviously we want na pag nag-send ka sa amin ng message claiming your prize, we want to see it.
Yes.
Para di matabunan. So again, Realme Store Philippines official Facebook page. We'll be waiting, Joshua. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Congratulations once again. And of course, that has been it for today's show. The Infinity lineup is complete. Realme's most competitive number series is complete with the Realme 8i. So thank you, Jim. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Dom, for having us on your set.
Yes. All right, and of course, a big thank you to all our squad who became part of the launch tonight. And this has been Dom. See you in our next launch. Bye, squad.
Bye, squad.
Bye-bye.
Realme 8i, 120 Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior Realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120 Hz displays. 120 Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120 Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60 Hz screen, while the 120 Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB virtual RAM on Realme 8i.
120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap. Realme Narzo 50A. Dare to leap. Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120Hz displays. 120Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60Hz screen, while the 120Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB virtual RAM on Realme 8i.
Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap. Realme Narzo 58. Dare to leap. 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120Hz displays. 120Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60Hz screen, while the 120Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB virtual RAM on Realme 8i.
Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap. Realme Narzo 50A. Dare to leap. Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.
The MediaTek Helio G96 is born out of a joint collaboration of realme and MediaTek. It features two powerful ARM Cortex-A76 processors cores that clock speeds up to 2.05 GHz in its octa-core CPU. 7 senior realme engineers were engaged in the development of G96 for over 106 days, optimizing several major performance features. The Helio G96 is also the only G9 series chipset that can power 120Hz displays. 120Hz displays offer smoother experience on smartphones. A higher refresh rate means more pictures can appear on the screen at the same time. More picture means the information conveyed is more coherent with less motion blur. With the upgrade frame rate of various daily applications on mobile phones, 120Hz becomes a necessary relief for the human eyes. We can see that there are obvious jams and drags on the 60Hz screen, while the 120Hz screen still looks smooth in slow motion. Virtual RAM is a feature where a portion of your phone's internal storage is used as additional RAM. RAM on your smartphone is a volatile memory that is faster than any other types of storage, which allows you to load apps quicker without much lag or delay. Virtual RAM actually uses the phone's internal storage as makeshift RAM and increases the total amount of RAM on your smartphone. Realme launched the Virtual RAM technology on the Realme 8 series with up to 5GB Virtual RAM on Realme 8i.
Realme 8i, 120Hz, infinitely smooth. Realme, dare to leap.